Stock market versus crypto, what is better to invest? That's what we're going to talk about today. Stock market is always more liquid. No matter what country you live in, you have access to your country's stock market or even perhaps other countries' stock markets. Crypto, on the other hand, is a newer asset which started in 2009 with Bitcoin, and it has its own set of problems. Now let's delve right into it. Number one is liquidity, whereas with crypto, it's not as liquid. It comes in waves and goes. The mechanism for discovery of price, meaning stock or company that you want to buy, how much is that worth? That is not something you can easily say with crypto because there's not enough people or enough volume. The crypto market is $1 trillion. I mean, I like to trade everything on it, whether it's crypto, whether it's commodities. I'm just highlighting the points here. Stock market has price discovery mechanism that's much more advanced than crypto. That's the second point. In most countries, no procedure set in for the what is crypto. Is it legal? Is it not legal? In those countries, there's a lot of gray area. So you have to be careful and watchful about that. The stock market is essentially, legal in most, if not all, countries that are capitalist. Stock market is basically a list of companies. Companies have a much longer track record of making money, value creation, which is through value creation. That's how they're able to grow. So they have a much longer track record. We're talking hundreds, if not thousands of years in existence for businesses that are not crypto. So those are some things that the stock market. Now let's talk about crypto. Crypto is a newer technology, definitely has its exciting features, but there's humongous number of tokens that just came and basically, you know what I'm talking about, coins that even call themselves meme coins, dumb coins or stupid coins, etc., things like that. So you want to just kind of be cognizant of what you're getting yourself into. Just because it's very low in price doesn't mean it's always worth investing. Even 1 cent can fall 100%. So remember that before you get into it. Number two, crypto is not as liquid. So for example, you want to go and buy 100 shares or 1,000 shares, or if you're a big person, somebody who wants to unload 100,000 shares of Microsoft, you could do so in a fraction of a second or in a single day. If you do that, try to do that with especially the lower liquidity cryptos, you end up crashing the market, which hurts you essentially, and might in some countries cause you legal trouble as well, as if you're quote unquote manipulating the market. That's another other problem. And crypto by itself, it is a energy intensive process, the mining process. I understand there's a lot of proof of work, proof of stake coins. Regardless of all of that, you're still going to have to basically get your money, which is in many cases untraceable or very difficult to trace, into another person or other company's wallet where you trade. And that requires a lot of trust. Banks, these are well established as compared to the way crypto is. There's a transfer process. There's a trail of cookie crumbs with respect to fiat currency like dollars or rupees or yuan or whatever you're trading, Swiss francs, whatever. So, but that's not the case with crypto, right? So these are some things you want to keep in mind and realize about these things and how they impact you if something goes bad. Extremely manipulable. It's a crypto market, and I don't care what you're trading. Even Bitcoin is manipulatable. Extremely depends on liquidity. If there's not enough liquidity, somebody comes in and sells 50,000 Bitcoin at once. That's going to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. And God forbid you're leveraged, and you have a big position in Bitcoin. You're going to lose a lot of your Bitcoin, if not more than what you've put in. So that's another big thing to worry about in crypto. Of course, the same thing applies to stocks. If you're highly levered in stocks or options or derivatives, whatever, futures, you're going to have the same issue. So this goes to both stock market and crypto. So those are basically very few points to consider, very just introductory. Depends on how much you guys, as the audience, wants to listen to the content. So I'm very happy to discuss this much more in detail. Just leave comments below. Like this video if you like it. If you want to see more of this, click the like button, notify, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Leave some comments below so that we know what you want to hear about, if you have any questions. I try to answer them all as much as I can. And I'm not a financial advisor, but I've been through the whole thing, so I know a lot more than I would if I was just an average Joe. So I'm here to help the best I can, and I don't have any courses to sell. I don't have any gimmicks or any type of promotions or whatever to sell. So best wishes again to all of you. Stay wealthy and stay healthy. Till next time. Goodbye.